A little while ago, I decided that I would make a video. It was if you could survive in Gorilla Tag, which we discovered that you kinda can, and but it's not extremely safe. And now we're going to be doing that with another very popular game, Among Us. So basically, Among Us was very popular in around like 2020 and the pandemic. I remember playing it on like mobile like a lot. Um anyway, so in Among Us, we're gonna find out that if you can actually really survive in it. So starting out, there are many rules in Among Us, that being, well, shapeshifter. Now that there's like extra rules now, there's shapeshifter, there's phantom, there's viper, and also there's new crewmate roles such as detective, engineer, scientist, and noisemaker, but noisemaker's useless. So anyway, we're at first gonna just go into like a game real quick. To start off, there are probably accessories that are like food related. And even if there isn't, you really could just like there's a cafeteria in most of the maps, such as Skeld. There's also a kitchen in the airship map. There's the meeting room in, well, yeah, Bolus. Allow me to go into practice mode real quick. Alright, so first map we're gonna go over is the Skeld. Probably like the most popular map that people play on. In Skeld, there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 something rooms. Around 15 rooms. Some of them being very safe, like electrical, but actually not electrical at all, as electrical is probably one of the most dangerous locations on this map. This vent right here and the door right there makes it absolutely perfect for an imposter to sneak in, close the door, and just kill you and then leave the vent. But I would say the cafeteria is a rather safe map, like place on this map, if you are a crewmate at least. If you're a crewmate, there is a chance that you could still just get falsely ejected, and that's where visual tasks can come in. If you have a visual task, then you can quite literally just have people watch you and prove that you are not the imposter. And same goes with like asteroids, shields, and trash, and there's a lot of visual tasks that can just prove that you are innocent. However, some smart imposters might try to take you out if they know you are clear, or if you accuse them. So we have places on Skeld, like the cafeteria, which I would say is a pretty safe place. Medbay's a meh, dangerous place. Upper engine certainly isn't safe. And well, I'm just gonna say, lower engine isn't really a very safe place either. At least in my experience, reactor is a place that imposters don't usually kill in compared to places like security. Now security, you could find out who the imposter is. But also, if an imposter finds out that you're in security, oop, close doors, vent in, kill you, then leave. So, meh. So, I'm pretty sure that's enough to decide that being on the Skeld is around, like, a medium, like a medium safety, like maybe 6 out of 10 if you're a crewmate. And if you stick with someone, you also should probably have like 8 out of 10 as long as it's not the imposter. But that brings us to our next map, Mira HQ. Mira HQ is a smaller map. The thing about Mira HQ is every vent is connected. So if you're the imposter, you could vent literally everywhere. It's all connected. One thing about this map though, even though it isn't like the safest due to imposters just being able to vent everywhere, and that can add to like the aspect of it not being safe. Also, though, the imposters can't close the doors on you because what door is there to close? But another thing, when you sabotage on this map, you have to get all the way here, and then if you're trying to get to reactor, you have to go through this annoying decontamination. And well, if no one's with you, decontamination is a great place for this imposter to kill you and vent away. Which might be just a great place for the imposter to kill you. And even if you're just up here, if you're up here, these are like typically probably one of the most dangerous places on this map, since, well, yeah. And also, one thing about being an engineer on this map, though, sometimes engineers like to, like, you know, camp in events. Oh yeah, also I forgot about the tractor. Engineers sometimes just love to, like, camp in events. It is very annoying if you're the imposter, I have to say. And they can just, let's say red is right here. Wait, I'm red. Never mind. Orange is right here. And then cyan is right here. You could see, like, him, like cyan. Oh, cyan killed orange. So you jump out the vent, report it, and oh, yes, yeah, it's him. So due to the map being smaller, like, I'd say this map is still safer than Skeld, though, because it's not really, like, doors. I'd give this map, like, safety, like, maybe 7 out of 10. So anyway, let me just, like, go through all of the safest and most, like, dangerous places. If you're in cafeteria, pretty safe place, then, like, let's say you're over this. Cafeteria is usually, like, one of the safest places. But if we go all the way over here at the spawn, this place is maybe safe, considering that I never really see, like, anyone coming back here after the spawn. Except maybe to do their task. And yeah, I'd give this maybe, like, safer than cafeteria. So overall, I would say this map is maybe 7 out of 10 safety. So here we are at Polis. Polis is, maybe a little bit bigger than Scaled, maybe not. But in Polis, the vents are like this, which I don't really know how that would change to safety. One thing about Polis though, when you go outside, it's cold as fuck. And yeah, I mean, if you're wearing these suits, then maybe that's, like, fine, but also, imposter can cause, like, seismic activity. Like, if the imposter sabotages right here, that is, like, seismic activity, and I don't know how sabotaging, like, right here is just gonna make, like, whatever, like, the sun or something just completely go out, and then fixing it with, like, electricity. Now, this map, you could just get, I'd say it's, like, maybe around the same safety as, in a room like this, yeah, in a room like this, I'd say the safety, like, it's a room with a door, and also on Polis, you can open the doors with, like, a key card or something. Oh no, that's the airship. You open it with, like, little switches, like electrical, like, switches, and you can open the door much faster. But also, there's no vents in, like, a room like this or this. So if you're an engineer, that would make it more dangerous. But if you're a normal person, then that would make it, like, less dangerous. Oh, it just hit the corner. Anyway, if you're in, like, a room, if you're in the meeting room, I'd say that's decent safety. Overall, though, on Polis, I'd say, like, the place with the most safety is just, like, pretty much anywhere outside. But then, if you come here, first of all, you gotta go through, like, decontamination. It's like on Mirror HQ. It's annoying. And then you get to the specimen room. The specimen room, people really only come here to do their tasks, and specimen room is, actually it might be like safe. It's maybe like a little less safe than outside. Yeah, I'm not changing my opinion. Outside is the safest. Outside is like a very big spot, and also there is like a ton of vents outside. And if you're in a place like admin, you're right by here, and admin's So I'd rate this like also maybe a little, maybe like, because it's super cold, like 5 out of 10 safety. Anyway, that brings us to the airship. It's a pretty big map. Yeah, it's the biggest map in the game. Or I don't know, Fungal might be bigger. I've literally have like never played Fungal that much. I played like 1 or 2 games of Fungal. But let's like go engine. Engine room might be safe because you can like hide behind this thing if you're locked in this room with an imposter. And there's a vent right here for the imposters to come in, but they probably won't notice you if you're just hiding behind this thing, which I never really see people besides like dummy one right here that did that. And if you're in a place like kitchen doesn't really get me killed that often whenever I play this map, which is barely ever. If you're in weapons, if you get trapped in weapons, you're probably, like, with nobody, you're probably fine considering that there's no vents in here for the imposter to just, like, slip into the room. And then viewing deck. Like, viewing deck, if you're just at the viewing deck, you gotta be careful what you're doing with this task. Because if you're actually in a situation like this, there ain't gonna be invisible barriers that just prevent you from falling. Also, you're in a flying, like, ship. Of course, there's gonna be, like, wind or something. So, yeah, if you, like, even come out here, you might just get thrown off while trying to do this task. And if you go into a place like security, I feel like there's, like, doors right here, so... Also, you could, like... I feel like this place is actually possibly one of the safest places on this map. Now let's go back up to the meeting room real quick with a snap of a finger. Now, we've already really been to the meeting room, and it's a pretty decently safe place to be in. But, yeah, you can quite oh, I mean, I guess there's a cooldown now, but you used to be able to camp and, like, spam go up and down on the ladder when the imposter was chasing you. And in real life, you probably wouldn't be able to do that if you were on this ship. And also, if you're in the meeting room and like someone's like trying to chase you, it's like this for every other map. But you could also just like bop and like call a meeting. But also, I'm not exactly like sure where the vents go. So, boom, I'm the imposter now. And if you go like right here, vent to either this room, which actually this room is. Meh. Trying to sleep here. Probably get some rest here, but as long you got like maybe the door closed somehow. Now we're in the kitchen. I like the kitchen because you get to make burgers. Who wouldn't like that? If you're in security, there is no vents. Also, same thing out here. It's like, I don't know if there is like different tasks out here, because I don't remember. I just remember being at like the viewing deck. But being out here in a flying ship is not safe, especially because you're like outside. And like, let's say, alright, if an Among Us character is like 3'6", we know that, and this thing is like maybe like up to the top of his legs. That's probably like 1.5 feet. This fence is probably 1.5 feet. That's something you do have to consider. Well, not exactly. But if you're going to electrical, this place is probably not safe. Just don't touch anything and maybe you'll be fine. Someone sabotages the lights though. You don't even have to go to electrical. There's places on this map where you can fix it without being in electrical. Just take a dump real quick. And this place place, if you like let the door like close, the imposter does not really go in here, I would say. So yeah, it's probably one of the good things about this place. So you can like hide in here. You can like doom scroll on like TikTok or something while sitting on the toilet. It's probably one of the only maps that even have like a toilet. And also jump scare, the shower room. Anyway, that's gonna be it for Airship. I'd say this is probably, it's probably the safest map. Not the safest, I'd say Mira is the safest so far, but I'd say this map is like, maybe like 7.5 out of 10 safety. Oh, by the way, these safety things that I'm saying is just assuming that you're not an idiot and like going up to the, like if you're just going up and trusting everybody, then your survival rate is much lower than like a 7 out of 10. And this is our final map, aka the fungal. So on the fungal, it's, I don't even know. I think this is like maybe about the same size as Polis, but or maybe like the Airship, or I don't really know the exact size it would be since I have like pretty much never played this map. The vents look like this. It's like Mario. It's like Super Mario World or some kind of vents. And I think you'd probably not enjoy going through this vent. If you're getting like freaking eaten, then that would not be a very pleasant experience. There's also like, I don't know if this map would be like cold or not, because it looks like all sandy and stuff, but also at the same time they have a campfire here. It might be for like cooking food or something. And also the meeting thing is this, and I would not touch this in 1,000 years, just saying. So I feel like the safest place on this map would be probably around the outside. It's like Polis, like you're in open, like an entire different planet, and the safest place is definitely outside. As long as you don't like touch any of these mushrooms. Some of these mushrooms could like definitely like be not safe to touch or eat. And food on this map, just don't eat the mushrooms, okay? Just don't eat the mushrooms. And maybe, just maybe you'll be fine. And there's like fungus everywhere, and yeah. I have no idea what is in this water. It's like, it's just like an ocean of piss or something. I really don't know. But they have this here, so I don't know, they might go swimming in it for some reason. And oh yeah, you can quite literally just sabotage everyone and make everyone have like an identity crisis or something. Which I actually just found that out because I just clicked right here, which also you can't sabotage like the lights on here or anything, so visibility, it might be more visible than the other map. I'd say this map is, just because of all the like fungus and stuff and like these like goofy vents. Yeah, I'd say it's like maybe around the same, like I'd say it's around, hold on, let me think about this. Maybe around the same danger as Polis. Or like either slightly safer than Polis or slightly more dangerous than Polis. Oh yeah, there's also zip lines. And yeah, you're just holding onto it with your hands. That's not safe at all. Also, is this a cliff? Alright, so this is probably more dangerous than Polis. So maybe 6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10. Okay, so if you enjoy these videos, you should probably consider subscribing, even though I know pretty much like nothing about the fungal, because I've like barely ever even like touched the fungal. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, you should consider subscribing. It would help out a lot. Every subscriber matters.